In the heart of Banjara Hills, tucked between newer glass towers and forgotten colonial homes, stood an apartment building that had seen decades of stories. On its top floor was a corner flat, not the fanciest, not the biggest, but the one with the best terrace view in the city. The kind of view you don't just see, you feel. A canopy of green, the shimmer of the Hussain Sagar lake far off, and at dusk, a breeze that whispered like old letters. That flat had once belonged to an old woman named Kamalamma, a teacher, a poet, and a grandmother who made the best mango pickle in the building. She'd lived there until her death, leaving behind no will but one clear instruction. One day, my granddaughter will return. This home is hers. But no one believed Ritika would. She had grown up in California. Her father had moved to the US in the late 90s. And Ritika was every bit the Silicon Valley success story. Smart, driven, detached from the idea of home in India. Or so people thought. Then, one summer, she arrived. No announcement, no NRI entry with fanfare. Just a cab pulling up one morning and a woman with an oversized backpack and tired eyes stepping out. She didn't go straight to the flat, she just stood outside the gate looking up at the terrace. The flat wasn't available, it had been rented out. The current occupants were an old retired couple who had lovingly maintained it. They were kind but firm. They didn't want to move. So Ritika rented the apartment across the hallway. At first, she barely unpacked. She sat most evenings on the floor, laptop open, balancing work calls on US time zones and wondering why she had come. But the terrace pulled her in. It had her grandmother's energy. Morning sunlight always touched the same corner where Kamalamma used to keep her tulsi plant. The bricks along the parapet still had faded paint from when kids, including Ritika, used to draw hopscotch squares. She decided to clean it, just the terrace. At first, she asked no one. Then a neighbor joined in. Then another. Someone brought bougainvillea cuttings. Someone else donated clay pots. And slowly, almost like a memory returning, the terrace came back to life. Every Sunday, the residents began gathering. Some came for chai, some for the gardening, some just came to sit. Ritika started calling it the Terrace Club. A name, a WhatsApp group, and a few months later, a full-blown community ritual. Then, one evening, the old couple invited her in. Their daughter was moving abroad, they said. They were going to join her. Would Ritika like to take the flat? She didn't answer right away. She walked into the terrace instead. The lights of Hyderabad flickered below. But she wasn't looking at the city. She was looking at the chair her grandmother used to sit in, at the breeze that still carried the scent of jasmine, at the sky that somehow looked more familiar now. And just like that, she knew. She wasn't going to buy a house, she was going to come home. Because real estate isn't just location and layout. Sometimes it's a promise waiting to be kept.